Hello everyone, welcome back to the Political Science Academy. In our last class, we learned about additional viewpoint of meaning, relevance, and scope of political science. Today, we will discover how modern viewpoints change the way we study politics. Meaning and definition of political science. The modern viewpoint has brought a revolutionary change in the meaning and definition of political science. According to this view, political science is not limited only to the study of state, government, or political institution. Instead, it also studies human political behavior, political processes, decision making process, and distribution of values in society. Modern scholars like David Easton, Robert Edall, Laswell, William Robson, Alan Arbel, etc. have made significant to modern approach of political science. Some important definitions are: David Easton, political science is the study of authoritative allocation of values. Robert Edall, political analysis deals with power, rule, and authority. Laswell, politics is the study of shaping and sharing of power. Now we will discuss the scope of political science. Very important topic and very easy to learn. Direct 18 marks ਦਾ क्वेश्चन ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਡੇ ਐਗਜ਼ਾਮ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ। ਠੀਕ ਹੈ, ਇਹਦੇ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਲਿਖਣੇ ਨੇ। Study of state. According to Professor Gettel, political science is the historical investigation of what state has been, the analytical study of what the state is, and the ethical discussion of what the state ought to be. Subpoints ने study of the past of the state. Political science studies the origin, development, and historical evolution of the state. It explains how the state emerged and how it changed over time, and how different political ideas, institutions developed in different periods. Knowledge of the past helps us to understand the past. Study of the present of the state. Political science also studies the present structure and working of the state. It examines different forms of government, political institutions, the constitution, rights and duties of citizens, political parties, public administration, and relationship between the state and society. Study of the future of the state. Political science is not limited to the study of past and present. It also considers the future of the state. It suggests that how the state become more efficient and just welfare oriented. Second point is study of political ideologies. Political science also studies different political ideologies. These ideologies explain how a state should be governed and what role the government should play. Important ideologies include idealism, individualism, socialism and Nazism. Include ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ U ਪਾਣਾ ਭੁੱਲ ਗਈ, typing mistake ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੈ, sorry. Third point is study of consensus and cooperation. Political science also studies agreement and cooperation among people. Society cannot progress through conflict alone. Peace, unity, and cooperation are necessary for development. Therefore, political science explains how and government can work together. Study of authoritative allocation of values. According to political scientist David Easton, politics is concerned with the authoritative allocation of values. This means that the government or political authority decide how values, resources, rights, duties, and benefits should be distributed in society. Study of leadership. Leadership is very important in society because every society needs capable leaders. Leaders guide people, solve problems, and protect their interests. Also inspire them to achieve common goal. Political science studies the quality, role, and importance of leadership. Next, we have study of human behavior. Political science is not only about the state and government. It also studies the political behavior of people, such as how they vote, how they take part in election, join political parties, express opinion, and influence government policies. Understanding human behavior helps us to understand politics better. Next, we have study of international organization. International relations deal with the relation among different countries. Today, no country can live alone because all nations depend on each other. Political science studies how countries cooperate, solve dispute, and maintain peace. It also studies international organizations such as the United Nations, UNESCO, ILO, WHO, FAO, World Bank, etc. Study of government. Government is the organization through which the state performs its function. Therefore, political science studies the structure, organs, power, function, and the working of government. It examines different forms of government such as democracy, monarchy, dictatorship, parliamentary form of government, presidential government, and federal government. Study of political parties. Political science studies political parties in detail. It explains how political parties are formed, how they are organized, what objective they pursue, how they contest election, form government, and oppose the government when necessary. It also examines important function of political parties, study of groups and association. Political science also studies different types of groups and association that influence politics. These include peer groups, pressure groups, trade unions, caste groups, non-government organizations like NGOs, etc. Next we have study of electoral system. Elections are an important feature of democracy because they allow people to choose their representatives. Different countries follow different electoral system. Political science studies these systems, their rules and procedures, etc. Study of comparative government and politics. Political science compares the political system and government of different countries. It studies their similarities and differences to understand how various political institutions functions. Comparative study help us to identify the strengths and weaknesses of different systems. Study of law. Some scholars believe that political science closely related to the study of law. Law regulates the behavior of people and help maintain peace, order and justice in society. ओ आ गया सॉरी ए पाना सीगा. Study of constitutional system. Political science is also the study of constitutional system. A constitution is the supreme law of country and explain the structure, power and function of government. It also defines rights and duties of citizen. Sorry country the spelling typing mistake हो गई है, पूरा लिखना सीगा. Study of political socialization. Political socialization is the process through which people learn political values, beliefs, attitude and behavior. It helps citizens to understand their rights, duties and role in political system. Study of political culture. Political science also studies political culture, which mean belief, values, attitude and opinion of people toward politics and government. Political culture influence how people participate in politics and how institutions function. Next we have study of power, influence and authority. Some scholars that traditional definition of political science are incomplete. Therefore, they define political science as the study of power, authority and influence. Thinkers such as Max Weber, Harold Loswell, Robert Dahl, David Easton and Charles Merriam supported this view. According to them, political activities revolve around the use of power and authority. However, this view is considered incomplete because political science also studies many other aspects of political life. Next we have study of political system. Another modern view is that political science is the study of political system, a political institution, organizations, groups and relationship among them. It explains how political decisions are made and how different parts of the system work together. This approach gives political science a broader scope. Study of rights and duties. Political science is also regarded as the study of rights and duties of citizens. Rights are necessary for the development and freedom of individual, while duties help maintain peace and order and discipline in society. Rights and duties are closely connected and both are essential for good political system. So students, in this video that's it. In our next video we will discover the relevance and significance of political science. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.